Good morning. This is Nick Mosley, UTC-ID KHY111. This is going to be problem number 4, recursive bisection search. So, problem 3, we designed a bisection search to find the monthly minimal payment to pay off the debt in 12 months. So, revising my bisection search solution using a recursive function. And so, yeah, did something similar to the previous problem. Um, Input this and then changed up the while loop here. But from the top, balance stays at 5,000. Reset a variable, or excuse me, set the variable for the new balance to be 0. Monthly interest rate is that annual interest, annual interest rate of 0.18 divided by 12. I'm going to do another counter for my base case here. So I'm going to set it to 12, and then I'm going to put a check in at 1 penny just to make sure it's the lowest amount here. And then so formulas are still the same for the low amount and then the high amount. So that balance of the total balance divided by 12, then the high amount, which would be calculating in the monthly interest rate, and then dividing that by 12. The balance, of course, still being the 5,000 in this option. The pay variable is going to be essentially the median, or excuse me, the average between the two. And so here is the big change here. So essentially, I just defined the recursive algorithm as recursive pay or recur payment, right? Or recur pay, actually. Then set definitions month balance, the pay here, and then the monthly interest rate, which is that. Then so while the month is greater than 0, which counter starts at 12, so this will go through 12 times, doing the balance, which would be 5,000 minus the pay, which would be that low plus high, which will be this initial value. And it'll go through it with a decrementer here, excuse me, 12 times here, and then it'll return the balance. So, whatever the first calculation is, it will run through it and then set it either as the high or low. So essentially, while that new balance is greater or equal than the check, which is the 0.01 cents. So as long as we have a penny remaining, we would set the balance to the new balance here. And then if you subtract everything and you've got $5 left, that balance would be the low bar here. And then, so if, we subtracted whatever this calculated out and it was like negative, whatever, 200 or whatever the case is, we could set that as the high benchmark, just to set those two parameters. And then, depending on if it's the lower or the higher, the low would replace these two parameters and they would run it again until this is satisfactory. And then it'll print the lowest payment, which we've got to be rounded to 2 spaces. It'll print it out, so we'll see what happens. And then so, yeah, so sets the lowest monthly payment as $457.42. And yeah, that is my recursive payment. Thank you so much. You have a good day.